are west of Lake Michigan for the penultimate game in the primetime schedule for the UFL regular season, and it's a very simple scenario for both the Mustangs and the Stags. It is win and into the UFL playoffs. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody, for UFL Primetime. It's Chris Curtis along with Eric Vincent on the call for this one. Eric, doesn't get much simpler than that. It's the best time of year.
Oh, Curtis, absolutely. And you hear it across any version, style, anything of professional football. There are points in time during the regular season, towards the tail end, where you get to the playoffs, where it is virtually a playoff game. And we've got one right here tonight between two playoff caliber teams. Only one can go through in the Great East Conference. Let's see which one it is.
Yeah, should be fun. It's a lot of fun coming as Milwaukee is going to be in the reds. The Mustangs will be in the white color as well. This should be a really, really good game with a lot of playoff implications on the line. More importantly, it's a win and in. Mustangs start with the ball. Return. It's going to be on its way from the end zone to the 25-yard line, and that is where the Mustangs, led by quarterback Jack Brown, will bring the ball to the field. Here we go. Should be a lot of fun to see where he sits. Jack Brown, after this is all said and done, he starts in the gun. Looking to throw on first down. That's a quick one. That's a slant, or actually in route coming in from the left sideline that is caught, and it's a first down immediately for the Mustangs offense.
Yeah, James Walters, good route concept there for the Mustangs there on first down. Easy way to get the drive going.
Good start. Single back formation. Looks like a 4-3 on defense for Milwaukee, and they have the rush right up the middle taken down. Taking a look at this Mustangs offense, the wide receiving duo that we just saw one of them, James Walters, Ace Fennick is the other one, this dynamic duo in the wide receiving corps.
Yeah, and both of them coming into this game over 1,000 yards receiving. Walters with 9 touchdowns, Fennick with 4. So a very viable threat, a very viable duo in the UFL.
In the gun, 2 with him is Jack Brown. Looking to throw this on second down. That one's caught. Real good ball over the middle of the field, right at the Stags logo at the 50-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
And finds the third wide receiver, Leventrus Hawkins, there with the catch, and a good wide receiving core here for the Mustangs, and Jack Brown, a very good quarterback to spread the football around.
Brown is under center, and this will be a handoff through the right side. There's not a lot there, but it is something, and that is going to create a 2nd and 4 coming up after they get a 6-yard gain.
And you always want to keep it ahead of the sticks. 6 yards on first down there definitely does that, keeps them ahead of schedule.
Here it is through the middle again. That's a first down and more. Great juke. He's got some room on the outside. Out to the 25 to the 22-yard line. And that is a great run again as they find the lane through the middle, or through the right side, and it's a first down.
Yeah, and a couple runs right away for Lorenzo here as they get towards the midfield stripe. A good shifty move there. Cash Cruz was the one who saved the touchdown on that shoestring tackle. But get a look at that juke move there, just leaving the defender in the dust. Great couple of runs there.
And Jimmy Lorenzo has had a couple of good rushes so far for the Mustangs. They have it in scoring range. Heavy set look on offense. 2 to the left for Brown. Quick screen pass to the outside on the bubble. Spins past one, can't get past the second. And that won't be much there. Focusing on Milwaukee's defense. A couple of question marks. Will Shackelford and it is Cash Cruz in the safety positions. They have been questioned on a couple of different occasions, and they are going to try to shore up any vulnerabilities on this defense.
Yep, and Cash Cruz, we saw him on that shoestring tackle there on Jimmy Lorenzo to keep him from getting into the end zone. They are the last line of defense, and they have been shoddy in pass defense towards the tail end of this UFL inaugural season.
To the outside, it's nearly picked off. Jack Brown did not look that route through before he threw that football, and that nearly ended up in the hands of Coles.
Oh, I tell you what, they heard me talking about him. That's exactly what had happened there, because Milwaukee, not great in the pass defense department. Actually, they're top 10, so pretty decent.
This will be a Brown throw back to the 30 on the drop back. Plenty of time. Now throws, looking, end zone, and it is a touchdown. That's caught. Wow, I did not think that it got all the way through, but he found it in the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown for Motor City.
Yeah, King Richard, the touchdown catch there, and Cash Cruz, I'm not sure what he's looking at, but he was playing center field. He was ready for that ball, and I don't think King Richard was really anticipating it either. It just falls right into his stomach, keeps the toes in, and that's a good score for the Mustangs.
Well, Motor City gets their first points on the board in a win and in scenario. Scoring on your first drive is imperative. They get the extra point. That's up and through. And now they have to kick the ball to Milwaukee, but they're off to a good start, as that was Eric Singer who put it through the uprights.
It's a bit of a bizarre start here for this winning in playoff scenario for sure. You would have thought that Cruz would have picked that one off there. Perfect position to really play that football, and he just loses it. And King Richard with the touchdown catch there puts the Mustangs on top, and Richard has his 4th touchdown catch of the season.
All right, well, that'll be a look that they can use, see what the Milwaukee Stags have for us on their side of the field, as this ball will be in their hands fairly shortly. We'll get a chance to take a look at the Stags offense here shortly. And talking about them, Adam Wiseman has had the turnover bug last few games or so and would like to correct that, especially in the situation he's in front of his home fans and they have a chance to lock up a playoff spot.
Yeah, most definitely. He's got 17 picks here, which is towards the bottom half of the league. And he's going to want to go ahead and take care of that football here tonight. As you mentioned, Curtis, win and in scenario. Certainly want to take care of the football as they start off in the empty.
1st and 10. Looking to throw this right side. That one's caught, first down and more to the 41-yard line. And that is going to work for a first down for Milwaukee. Good start for them.
Yeah, definitely a good start. Finds DeJuan Wright, number 11 there, and just working towards the outside. Finds a nice little hole in the zone that the Mustangs are running on defense. And 2 quick starts here for both of these offenses. We had 1 play, 1 first down for Motor City, and we see the same here for the Stags with their offensive possession to start things off.
Oh, that'll work. Here come the Stags after the throw. It'll be a pitch play off to the right, and that is going to get to the 41-yard line. We take a look at the Stags offense. Rocco McLongfellow is my key to victory for the Stags. As long as he is going, he lets the engine run for the Stags offense.
Yeah, McLongfellow coming in here. He doesn't get a whole lot of yards per volume, only averaging just south of 4 yards a carry, but comes in here at about 900 yards rushing. He is definitely going to be a guy that you want to get involved, especially with Wiseman turning the football over as of late.
7:20 left in this first quarter. That'll be a run forward about 4 yards. That will work. And looking at the Mustangs defense, and you gotta pay attention to cornerback 1. That is Colin Douglas, number 44.
Yeah, 82 total tackles, 4 picks on the season for Colin Douglas, and he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Also forced 2 fumbles in this inaugural season as well.
Looking to try to get this upfield towards midfield at least for the first down. This will be a chance right side for Wiseman, and it's a nice little hitch route past the sticks to the 44-yard line. They'll say the 43, and it is a 1st and 10.
And it was good patience there by Wiseman, and that's what you want to see if you're a Stags fan, is to make sure that he's not putting the ball into danger. Just waits, allows the routes to develop, going through his reads, and finds Scorch Henderson open, able to get the ball to him just in time before the DB is able to close on him, and they convert the 3rd down.
That will work. Good stuff, 6 and 17, and here comes Milwaukee. Past midfield, closing in on scoring range. Chance right side, little escape valve route, and that is going to be a spin move after the catch. It is 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Stags. This is a big moment. They do not want to come away empty-handed out of this drive.
No, definitely not, and that's Jay Bauman, the 3rd tight end in that formation there, making the couple-yard gain.
Looking to throw this left side. It drops down, and it doesn't hit the receiver, and that is a problem. It's actually 3rd and 8 now. So here we go. This will be a moment that the Stags need to convert. Got to get it down at least into field goal range to get something on this drive. Big play. Wiseman backs up, looks to throw it. Needs it. Left side, that's caught. And more. Down the left sideline, down to the 9-yard line. Stags have it 1st and goal. That is exactly where they needed to be. It is Scorch Henderson.
Yeah, and that's where Henderson is an absolute threat. You know, he is going to turn on the Jets. Looked like the Mustangs have come out with a man look on defense there. Henderson able to find another gear and get free of his man and just rumbles down the sideline and able to get it inside the 10.
Good looking throw and a better looking catch. And the Stags right on the doorstep trying to tie this football game up in a must-win scenario for both of these franchises. Here we go. Looking at the strong eye look. It's a delayed handoff through the middle. Now a spin to the left side, and that will get him down to the 3-yard line. It is 3rd and goal.
Yeah, good blocking up front there for the Stags. Able to really create some space there for McLumfellow to operate. Tried to spin his way into the end zone, but as you pointed out, 2nd and goal here, Curtis.
Goal line defense, a run to the right side, spin past 1, can't get past 3. And he is taken down. That's not going to work. Turner on the run, Tigran on the run, and nothing. Tigran is not going to get there. So here we go. It's 3rd and a bit to get to the end zone.
Yeah, and it's so tough to run the football when you're in these goal-to-go situations because the defense knows exactly what you're going to try and throw at them. So they go ahead and pin their ears back. They get themselves into the backfield, and just too many bodies there for Tigner to deal with. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 3rd down. Got to get it into the end zone. From the 5-yard line, they lost 2 on the previous play. Wiseman looks to throw this. Trying to get it. Unleashes. That's caught, and he's got a touchdown. The Stags get in and finally able to tie this game up after it looked like they may not be able to. They get the job done. It's Dallas Wright.
Yeah, they find Dallas right there. Looked like it was double coverage, so bit of a shaky throw there from Wiseman, and you see the DB just step for step with Wright there, I should say, and a good answer there to that opening drive from Motor City.
And we are going to be tied as long as this has no issue. It is up and through on the extra points. That's exactly what Milwaukee needed, is an answer. And they come down with a long answer there, a 10-play drive, 75 yards. And the sideline is ecstatic as pressure begins to mount on both these teams.
I mean, we touched on it, Curtis. It is essentially a playoff game for both of these teams. They will both throw the football a whole bunch, and they both know how to play defense against the pass as well. So it's one of those who's going to last the longest and who is going to claim, in this situation, the ultimate prize, which is the playoff berth.
It's a need to have for both sides. There's nothing really figured out in the Eastern Conference as of yet. We won't even have a division winner after this game for sure. We'll see how that shakes out. Mustangs are going to return this. Motor City's going to start out at the 21-yard line, and that is where Jack Brown, Jimmy Lorenzo, and company are going to be on the field ready to go for their next possession. 3:38 left in this first quarter of play. Chris Curtis and Eric Vincent along with you for the second to last game in the UFL Primetime schedule. And here we go. First play from scrimmage on this drive. I formation. Brown will hand off. And that is Lorenzo getting met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on it. They'll actually say 3 yards. Okay. A little bit of push. Good 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I'm with you, Curtis. I think it was a little bit of a beneficial spot there for the forward progress.
I didn't think he got 3 yards. That was kind of wild. Either way. Couple of wings in this formation. Jet sweep trying to juke back left towards the inside. Broken tackle, and he gets down close to the sticks. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up for Motor City.
And see, that was more of an effort play there from Hawkins. I mean, he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage, able to really churn his legs and get a couple extra yards, making it a 3rd and short.
3rd and short, trying to get to the 31-yard line. And that's Longfellow Lorenzo put down immediately. Nothing doing, a 3 and out. Milwaukee's loving it, as are their fans. It'll be a punt for Motor City.
And Chioke Mills comes in just completely untouched off the corner there from his outside linebacker spot. And then you had Kobe Carnes that was right there as well, able to really get in there and almost wrap that one up. So really nothing for Motor City to do there on that 3rd and short.
They need a solid boot, try to reverse field position here. This is a pretty good one. Gets all the way down to the 7-yard line, bounces at the 2, and then eventually will get into the end zone, and Milwaukee will start from the 20-yard line. Tie ball game as we come to the tail end of this first quarter, and really first one to blink is going to be at a disadvantage, I think, in this football game.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the beauty of winning in scenarios when it comes to football.
3 to the right, 1 to the backfield. Hand off, right side, and an immediate stop. Right there, Longfellow on the carry, and he is a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
And I like so far what both of these defenses are doing against the run. I mean, Motor City ranks 13th, and Milwaukee ranks 21st in the league, and that's out of 32 teams. So, I mean, really not known for the run-stopping prowess.
And that is going to be just a couple yards, if that. Give them, it is a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll give them 1. So another key 3rd down. Milwaukee in a 3rd and long scenario that they did not want to be in. Here we go.
It's like a little too high look.
Looking to throw this. Wiseman has the catch out there to the 40-yard line. I think they'll give him the 39 out of forward progress, and that is all. It's Scorch Henderson again.
And a great catch there. I was trying to see exactly who. It looked like that was Reggie Parrish that actually made the catch there, and who he got free on, because it looked like the Mustangs were coming out in a too high look, but Parrish was just wide open there. Maybe a bit of a disguised defense that the Mustangs were running, but either way, great recognition there for Wiseman to go ahead and convert the 3rd down.
Torrey Thomas was the one tasked with bringing him down at the very least. That may have been who he got free from originally. That's going to be a run, a juke left, and a problem. And I think that's a face mask. It's going to cost him some yards.
Face mask. Defense.
15 yards added to the end of the run. That's going to hurt. 1st and 10 for Milwaukee at the 50-yard line.
And that just fires up defensive coaches. I mean, you come in, you make a great play from your safety spot, you're offering run support, and your hand gets caught in the cookie jar.
That's a problem. Getting your hand caught in the cookie jar is a whole issue, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter of play. We are tied, dead even in the balls of the 50-yard line. Can't make this stuff up. 7-7 Mustangs and Stags trying to get into the UFL playoffs. It's the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. Chris Curtis, Eric Vincent along with me in the booth. 1st and 10 for Milwaukee as they move left to right across your screen. And that is a slant that's going to be a lot of running power just after the catch to the 29-yard line. And that is a 1st and 10, and they're already on the precipice of field goal range there. That is right.
Yeah, another catch by DeJuan Wright. He's another guy that's got some speed. Real effort here from these wide receivers to really increase their speed in the offseason, and you've really seen it there. I mean, just fires off the line. No one within shouting distance of him until he's 7 yards down the field. Easy 1st down there on that slant route.
Really nice, just acceleration. As soon as he has the ball in his hands, he just takes off like a rocket. 1st and 10. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Wiseman looks to throw this, puts it over the middle. That's batted down at the 20-yard line, and it will not go very far past that. 2nd and 10.
First ill-advised throw of the evening, it looked like, from Wiseman there. As maybe a little bit of miscommunication from him and his receiver. No harm, no foul, though. Live to fight another down.
Wings to this formation. This will be through the middle. It's a good-looking run for Longfellow, and he has close to the 1st down. It is 3rd and 2 coming up. Mike Dag says he likes jars, or he likes cookies, not jars. I'm not sure what he has against jars, but you're a jar. 3rd and 2. Handoff through the middle, and he's got it, I think. That's enough forward progress for a 1st down, and Milwaukee will move the chains.
Man, I was ready for the Zebras down there to just laugh in your face and be like, oh, yeah, you think that's a 1st down? We're going to mark it short. No, you got enough for the 1st down. Great run there by Longfellow. Kept those legs working against a couple different defenders. Decent blocking up front there to get the 1st down.
That was good. Yeah, they do that on occasion.
They do. They do.
Screw up all of our well-laid plans. 3 to the left in the bunch. Wiseman looks to throw short, does, and gets a few yards for the 1st down. This is a pretty methodical drive for Milwaukee. This is exactly what they needed to slow the game down, play at their pace, and they seem to be doing just that.
Yeah, definitely. And the few times that I've caught Milwaukee over the course of the season, they do like to rip those chunk plays down the field, specifically to that man right there with his first catch of the evening in the second quarter. But you're absolutely right, Curtis. It's been very methodical, matriculate the football down the field, play the game at your own pace.
In the gun, Wiseman looking to maybe finish this drive off, throws short, puts it in between three Mustangs, but it is caught at about the 8-yard line to the 6-yard line. It is first and goal for Milwaukee, trying to take their first lead.
Yeah, Dallas Wright, who had the touchdown catch earlier, able to make the catch. They make it a first and goal.
Here we are. Heavy set look. Should be handed off. It's not. Heavy set throw to the outside. Instead, nothing doing. Gets taken out of bounds at the 5-yard line. They lose a couple. It is second and goal.
Yeah, Tickner the back in the goal line situation there, just trying to get what he could out of that. He realized that he wasn't going to beat a couple different Mustang defenders on the outside.
In the gun, Wiseman throws. End zone is caught at the moment, but it's ineligible.
Yeah, illegal touching there. Churchill actually went out of the back of the end zone, came back in, and was the first one to touch the ball. Can't do that.
Yeah, I thought that's maybe what that was, but either way, it creates a third down scenario. They need to find it. They do not. That gets dropped, and it is fourth down. They hold Milwaukee to a 3-point try.
And I tell you what, the hit jarred the football loose there because it looked like it was a good throw, but Marcus Thomas, the linebacker, able to lay a hit on Churchill. Bam, right there in his chest. Knocks the football out.
That is not ideal for Milwaukee, who had designs on a touchdown, but a well-done defensive job is going to put Milwaukee back to a 3-point try, and it should be a chip shot in theory, but we know how chip shots go in football in general, so see what happens with this. But, I mean, at least they're able to get something in theory out of this drive. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through for Milwaukee, as that is punched through by Sam Reed. So good stuff for Milwaukee. They bring the ball down, get a couple chances at a touchdown, one called back, and at least get 3 out of it. They take the lead.
Yep, early lead here, and maybe that's the first opportunity that we've seen either of these teams blink, per se. We'll see how Motor City responds here once they get their kickoff. 8.5 to work with, all 3 timeouts. Still plenty of time to go in this ball game, but Motor City did a nice job there, bending, not breaking on defense.
Reminder that Milwaukee will get the ball to start the second half, so you start looking at 2-for-1 scenarios. Chance, if Milwaukee is able to get this ball back after a stop, they have a chance to go for a possession, get a touchdown, come back, get another possession, and possibly more points. So Motor City, in a tough way, they could use some time stalling techniques to try to take a long time off the clock on this drive.
Yeah, definitely an opportunity to do that right here. And like I said, first opportunity we've seen from either one of these teams really blinking during the course of this ball game. So we'll see if Motor City can take advantage here and possibly take the lead.
Brown backs it up. 3-step drop, throw right side. That one's caught. There's not much to that other than the catch and immediate tackle. There's no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think it actually was incomplete. I don't think he actually had possession of the football either way, though. No harm, no foul. Great defensive play there from the Stags.
Yeah, one way or another. Under center is Brown. That's Lorenzo with the football. He's going to move through the middle. Tried to juke back to the right, but he's taken down nearly immediately. Creates another 3rd and long scenario. And these teams both are not playing well on 3rd and long. So this should be a big-time defensive play. Milwaukee trying to keep momentum. Jack Brown is in the gun. Needs to find it. Backs it up. 3-step. Throws short. Going to try to give a little bit of running room. And the dive forward is not enough. It's a 4th and 1. Milwaukee seemingly gets the stop.
Yeah, and that was a clutch stop there to bring him down just as he was surging forward. It was a good juke move there to give him a little bit of extra space, but Austin just doesn't have enough gas in the tank to reach the sticks. And great tackle on the back end by Hooks to keep him from getting to the sticks.
Should be a punt, and it is. It gives Milwaukee a chance to make this a 2-possession game, and not ideal for Motor City as they're going to give this ball back. Punt going all the way down to the 16-yard line. Returned there. Returned all the way to the 22 or the 23-yard line. Either way, here we go. It is Milwaukee with the football. They have a chance here to put a little bit of a foothold in the moments into this game.
Yeah, most definitely. And we talked about how it's a win and in scenario, Curtis. We're still trying to figure out all the different playoff details, and I think we might have some more of that info coming up from Cameron Irvine back at UFL HQ.
This will be through the middle, and it is 2nd and 4. Let's bring in Cameron. Hopefully we don't have a scenario like we did the other night, but let's talk to him about some playoff scenarios.
Get ready for a 50-yard play. It's
right, here we go.
It's happening.
Don't be bad if I did interrupt you, okay?
No, not at all. So we were looking at it before the game started. We were teasing on game night as McLongfellow gets another face mask there on Motor City, but hold actually. Wow. Okay. That doesn't bode well for any of our graphics. All right. Thanks a lot, ref. So when the night started, Cincinnati had a 5 percentage point lead on the third tiebreak, which is RPI. It's essentially a resume grade, right? Just to put it in layman's terms. So it appeared that Cincinnati would be able to hold on no matter what. But after the games earlier tonight on game night, that is down to a 2 percentage points lead in RPI. So Motor City still definitely has a chance to win this division. They have to win tonight. If Motor City wins the division, they could potentially get to the 4. If they don't win the division, then they will be the 7 because they lost to Rochester. Tennessee is in already, but if they beat Milwaukee if they beat Dallas and Motor City loses tonight, they could move up all the way to 6. Milwaukee has to win tonight, and if they do, they will be the 8. New York is the 3. St. Louis is the 5. That's really all we know with 5 games left to go in the regular season. The West is done. We know all 4 of the West matchups, but not a single playoff matchup has been determined in the East. So these teams have plenty to fight for tonight, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Cameron. Looks like the East needs to get their stuff together, I think is what I'm hearing more than anything else. It's fourth and inches as this drive stalls out for Milwaukee, which gives Motor City another chance to do something on offense. And hopefully y'all were keeping track of that because there will be a quiz on this later. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs as they come out back on the field.
I think I've forgot my required reading over the course of the evening last night. My dog ate my book.
Yeah, that's all right. You'll have to buy a new one. It'll cost you $750.
Oh, no.
Out of the textbook.
On my tab.
Yep, there you go. 1st and 10. Mustangs trying to find it. Outside they go. That'll be about a 7-yard gain. Should be 2nd and 4 is what they call it. 6 yards on the pass completion. And another chance for Motor City to get a first down.
And both these teams going back and forth, trading, scoring possessions, trading 4th and shorts and punting. We'll see what Motor City does here.
Brown backs up, throws left side. That's caught. Found the perfect window right at midfield. This is the 3rd time already that this ball has been at the midfield stripe today. And that is a good ball all the way down, finding his target. That is Lawrence Hawkins on the catch, his 2nd grab.
Yeah, 2nd grab of the evening, and his last one was similar to this as well. Another great throw by Jack Brown, just finding the hole in the defense, dropping it in the bucket. Hawkins holding on to the football through contact, and right at the midfield stripe once again.
Single back look, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Brown is in trouble, and he's taken down at the 44-yard line. Dropped, they say 46 because of forward progress, but that is not ideal as another sack on the Motor City signal caller.
Yeah, Karn's able to get in there. Really a great move there at the front end. Just leaps over the offensive lineman as he's trying to cut him and able to get to the quarterback. We've seen him in the backfield a couple different times tonight. This time, able to get to Jack Brown.
Under center, tight end to the left for Motor City. Nickel look on defense for Milwaukee. Throw, that's a slant route. They sent the extra blitz, and they hurt him for it. First down and more inside to the 50-yard line to the inside of the 40-yard line to the 39.
Yeah, great recognition by Brown to find James Walters there. Just quick little slant route. He recognizes it. Had both his receivers open, but hits Walters and able to get a little bit of a block there from Hawkins, even though it didn't give him any extra yards. But either way, it was a great job just getting rid of the football before the pressure got there.
Here we go. 1st and 10. 3:03 left here in this first half. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. This will be a handoff. A lot of room. That's a lot of room there for Lorenzo. He's going to get all the way down to the 20-yard line. Up the left side. No one could touch him for about 10 yards. 1st and 10.
That is one of those textbook runs, Curtis, where it just develops so perfectly that it almost shocks you that it's still going. The blocking was just perfect from segment to segment of the defense. Lorenzo, beautiful stiff arm there on the back end and able to get a huge chunk play for the Mustangs.
Nicely done. 1st and 10. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. This will be a handoff through the middle. Lorenzo again is going to get himself 8 yards, and it is 2nd and 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Mustangs. They're inside the red zone. Once again, they had some issues here earlier, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. 10-7 Milwaukee, but Motor City's knocking on the door, trying to take the lead back for the halftime whistle. Here we go. It is Jack Brown in the gun. Got to get a first down past the 10-yard line. Brown in trouble, throws right corner of the end zone, well incomplete as he was aiming for the first row and ended up a little short. 3rd down.
Yeah, I had the right idea there, but I think the hit on his backside really thrust that football a little bit deeper than where Brown wanted to put it.
In the gun by himself. We're going to throw this, just focus on the first down. Brown in trouble, throws, end zone instead, and it is incomplete. There is a flag down. And that is not going to make him any happier. 3rd down goes with a hold, and now it's a field goal attempt as they try to tie this football game up. Singer from the left hash. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through. That'll do as they have it, and the game is tied at 10 apiece.
And there we go. Back and forth we go. Both teams, I mean, they're making some mistakes here and there, which is to be expected of two teams that are fighting for their playoff lives to really kind of squeak themselves into the playoffs. But they're both good enough to be playoff caliber teams, obviously. So, I mean, it's great back and forth games so far. I'm enjoying every bit of it, and we're enjoying having you and your company on the Virtual Football Network tonight.
Indeed, we are. Thanks for spending a portion of your evening with us here on VFN. Milwaukee about to get this football back. A reminder, they get the ball to start the second half. So this becomes a pretty important minute 46 of game time. It'll be returned. Return to the 25-yard line. The 24s will they'll mark him. Check out Green Gridiron socials to see the unboxings of full-size UFL helmet replicas. They make it real, and so do all of you. For more info on all the amazing products Green Gridiron has to offer, visit greengridiron.com. 11-for-14, Wiseman has been pretty good in the passing game so far today. He'll look to cap off a 2-minute drill to get the Stags on the board before the halftime whistle. Wiseman over the middle. That one's caught down to the 40-yard line. It is a 1st and 10 as they move the ball.
Yeah, great hit on the back end and great job by Dallas Wright to hold on through contact there. And that's exactly what you want to see from your tight end.
Seeing a little bit of something going on here. Give us 1 second here. A little bit of a video feed issue at UFL HQ, so we'll go through that. Here's what we've seen so far. The game being tied. I mean, both these teams, neither one really has a lot of degrees of separation. The way this game has gone, Eric, and for it being tied, that's not really a surprise.
No, and that's what you expect from a win-it-in scenario when you're at the tail end of the regular season. You know, two teams that are very capable of making waves in the playoffs. And, you know, both of them are fighting tooth and nail to get themselves in one way, shape, or fashion. Motor City still has an opportunity at coming away with the Great Lakes division. So no playoff matchup has been decided in the Great East Conference, and that's just the way we like it in the final week of the regular season. And this game has been everything that it's been advertised to be. One of these teams is going to go to the playoffs, and both of them want it so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a very competitive game so far. Neither one with a real good foothold in the momentum department. You thought maybe that Milwaukee was going to walk away with a little bit of momentum to carry forward, but a couple of a 3 and out for them really just kind of stalled that. And now they still have a limited amount of time in this first half to get some points on the board before they come out at the start of the second half. That said, there's a lot for Motor City to work on. Their red zone execution has been a little bit lacking. They've had the field goal from Stinger that you just saw. They lost an opportunity there to take the lead.
Yeah, they definitely did, but they've been running the football a lot better than Milwaukee has, which, a bit of a surprise. We kind of talked about it early on. Both these teams, their run defenses kind of showing up. We're starting to see Jimmy Lorenzo start to get his feet up from underneath him. He's got 8 carries over 50 yards in the first half of play. Had a couple chunk runs there to set Motor City up in good field position. So I think if they keep the ball in his hands and Jack Brown keeps throwing those precision passes that we've been seeing from him in this first half, I think Motor City might come out with the W.
All right, back into the game time as we are underway one more time. Milwaukee and Wiseman backs up, throws right side. That is towards the sideline and incomplete with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this first half. That is an incomplete pass at 2nd and 10.
And again, I like what Wiseman is doing. He didn't force anything there. He threw it only where his receiver could get it. Really, no one else could be able to make a play on that.
Wiseman to the outside, caught, and nearly a broken tackle, but gets taken down at the 41-yard line as Wiseman finds McLongfellow out of the backfield. It is 3rd down.
And there shouldn't be a whole lot of rush here from the Stags in order to get themselves points on the board. They do get the second half kickoff as they go no huddle here.
See if they can do something with the no huddle. 3 to the left, 2 in the back, or 1 in the backfield. Wiseman taking his sweet time. 7 seconds on the play clock. And we'll snap it. Backs it up. 3-step drop. Plenty of time. Moves up in the pocket. Throws to the right side. That is the escape valve one more time, but it is indeed a catch. Creates a 4th and 4. McLongfellow with the grab. And I would assume that this is a punt, but I mean, with not much time left, they could consider it. No, they'll punt it away.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Curtis. I would have considered possibly going for it there, but that last play on 3rd down, it kind of told me that you're not really in any hurry to do anything with it. You just mainly wanted to see what Motor City was going to do.
So that brings out the Mustangs offense one more time. See if they can do something with it before this half ends. There's not a whole lot of time left, looking at 26 seconds, but they do have all 3 timeouts, and they start things at their own 20-yard line. Brown is under center. He will hand it off. That is Lorenzo. Plenty of room. Right side. Gets all the way down to the 36-yard line. 37 is with a mark, and that brings us a timeout.
And that's what I was talking about, Curtis, on our break. That is the real difference between these two teams thus far. The running game for Motor City is finally starting to get going, and Jimmy Lorenzo is going to be a weapon for the Mustangs moving forward in this ball game.
That's plain to see. Every time he touches the ball, you think lightning's going to strike somewhere on the field. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 4-2 defense. That's the nickel for Milwaukee. Jack Brown looks to throw this, throws right side, a little bit of an escape pass to the outside to the 37, and timeout taken. That's the Mustangs' second.
Yeah, and in that situation, you got to get out of bounds. And I understand that you want to turn up field and make a play, but save that timeout in your back pocket. And Hawkins, unfortunately for him, stays in the field to play. Motor City only 1 timeout left with 13 seconds.
13 ticks to go. They got to get it somewhere in the field goal range to have a shot at some kind of points, but they need a solid probably 40 yards to have a shot at it. Left side, that one is caught, broken tackle, and they might have a shot at the field goal anyway. Down to 8 seconds left. It would be a 55-yarder from that spot where we've seen weirder things.
We've definitely seen weirder things, and just as you were speaking it into existence, Jack Brown able to get that chunk play there in just enough time for them to call that time. And this is exactly the type of scenario I was talking about. You have that second timeout in your back pocket. You could maybe run one more play before this long field goal attempt.
No, they'll try it from 55 yards, and it is no good. Short on the end of that from Eric Singer. And with just a couple seconds to go, Milwaukee will get the football back to probably end this half unceremoniously.
Yeah, and it was good effort. Good snap, good hold.
Yeah.
You know, really nothing there. Just didn't have enough leg. It was a bit of a line drive knuckleball kick. And Milwaukee going to go ahead and just take this one into the half, and they'll get the second half kickoff.
Yep, 1 second left. They'll actually heave-ho just for the short, not even a heave-ho. They're just going to throw it off the flat, and that'll be that for the end of the first half. Milwaukee and Motor City, still nothing decided between these two teams. One of them's going to the playoffs. Who's it going to be? Eric Vincent, your first half analysis on a game that's been really Loctite.
Well, and I've talked about it a couple different times. Adam Wiseman has been very calm, cool, collected in the pocket tonight. Haven't seen him throw any balls where, you know, you're left scratching your head or trying to figure out what they're doing. Meanwhile, for Motor City, you know, Jack Brown also has been taking good care of the football. Obviously, you see there he had plenty of time to work with and able to get their only touchdown grab of the night. But Jimmy Lorenzo has been fantastic running the football, and Motor City would do well to keep him as an offensive staple in the second half.
I like it. 10-10 game. Winner goes to the playoffs. So stop for station ID. This is the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. The UFL. This presentation of the UFL is intended for the private use of our audience. Any accounts or descriptions of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited. Back to it as Motor City is going to kick this ball off. Milwaukee with a chance to take the lead to start this third quarter. Chris Curtis, Eric Vincent with you on the call for this one as this one gets all the way down to the 23, and that's where the Stags will start this drive. Some extracurriculars going on with the two players on the tackle, but no harm, no foul. 1st and 10.
And again, looking forward to this second half of action. You know, it's been everything as advertised, like we've talked about all game long. And Milwaukee, good opportunity to break this thing open to start things off.
Play action, pressure coming, and taken down is Wiseman. That is exactly what Motor City was looking for. Try to make a statement in the second half, and they have it on the sack.
Yeah, and just a bad blocking scheme there. Dallas Wright and the right tackle there just allows Torian Fields to get into the backfield without being touched. And it's a huge 9-yard loss on the initial play. That'll set him back.
Not ideal for Milwaukee. Fields gets all the way home, brings him back down to the 13-yard line. Milwaukee under center. It's the I formation look. Hand off left side, and it doesn't get much, but does get maybe one. And make it a 3rd and very long coming up from Milwaukee. They can ill afford a 3 and out. Mustangs may have found the secret sauce, and that's penetration on the defensive line. And a pre-snap penalty. Procedural penalty will hurt him even more. Bring it back 5 more yards. It's 3rd and 21.
Wow, comedy of errors on this opening second half possession for the Stags.
Milwaukee in some trouble. Backs up to the 1-yard line. Pressure! And he's got him at the 1-yard line. Ball stayed out, did not break the plane. It's 4th down, and they'll punt it away in the shadow of their own goalpost.
Chandler Bailey able to bull rush his way to Adam Wiseman, working his way through 2 offensive linemen and almost gets the safety. Wiseman just able to get the tippy tip of that football out of the end zone, so they will mark it down at the 1, but we'll see if Motor City comes after this one.
I would. 100%. You got a fair catch on the other side if you have the ability. This is going to be a short punt. Not a lot of time there. He does get it away, and it will go all the way down. That's a heck of a kick. Wow. And the return is going to bring it back to the 33 to nullify some of it, but that is a heck of a leg with no time to do it in the back of that end zone.
Absolutely unbelievable punt there. I cannot believe that. That was an 81-yard punt, net 81 yards with just a short little motion. Great punt.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of leg. They usually sell legs like that at a premium. 1st and 10 Motor City, that's a little bit of a screen pass. The leak out is a good one out to the 49-yard line and close to midfield again. Mustangs trying to keep momentum that their defense has given them.
And Jack Brown is doing a good job with spreading the football around as well. He gets rid of the football quickly. He sees Brandon coming across on the little crosser route there. Really no one in front of him until he reaches the second level of the defense. Good gain of 17 yards to start things off for the Mustangs.
Demetrius Brandon, short for a tight end. Usually you find them in the mid-sixes, 6'4", 6'5", if they can do it. Just 6'2" for Brandon, but he finds a way to get himself open and is an asset to this team. And that's a broken up running play in the backfield that Lorenzo feels the heat on. It's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, and just a good defensive play call there as Ramorius Burns is able to get in the backfield. His momentum almost took him past Lorenzo as he came off the edge, but able to get a little forearm in there to knock Lorenzo off course for a negative gain.
2nd and long. Gotta try to make 3rd down a little bit easier here. So this is an important down for Motor City. Handoff right side, not gonna do it. That is another tackle as Lorenzo is brought down, and a 3rd and very long coming up here for Motor City, much like Milwaukee had earlier.
And you can see that there were some halftime adjustments made in that Milwaukee locker room as they are clamping down on Lorenzo coming out of the backfield. Cash Cruz able to come in there and get the stop. 2 TFLs on back-to-back plays, and now Motor City in a 3rd and long situation.
Here we go. 3rd and very long, bunch left. Looking to throw it. Chance for Jack Brown, backs it up, looks to heave it, puts it over the first down stripe, and it is incomplete. Safety came up to make the hit and knocked the ball loose. It's 4th down. Motor City will punt it away.
And I think Brown just kind of underestimated the safety on that one. Just thought he could thread the needle there. And safety, good closing speed on the back end. James Walters, the intended receiver, and Milwaukee almost came up with a pick there. Looked like that was Poppy Coles playing back in coverage.
Yeah, there's a pretty decent chance at it for sure. This punt is going to go end over end towards the end zone. It'll bounce in the end zone towards the E in Milwaukee, and that will bring us to 1st and 10 for the Stags. So no score yet in this second half. Wiseman back out on the field, 15 for 19 today. He has been efficient. Not a lot of yardage with that, but he's been good between the 20s. Wiseman backs up on 1st down, throws, and a little bit of an overthrow on that. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, and going back to your previous point, Curtis, I mean, Wiseman's just been taking care of the football. He's been making smart throws. He hasn't been putting the ball in danger, and that's exactly what you want from your quarterback, that you're asking to lead their team to the playoffs in a win-and-in scenario.
His left side on the run. Real nice juke move. Went right and then went left. Longfellow creates something out of nothing there. It is 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and that's probably one of his better runs of the evening. Motor City doing a great job in the rush defense department. 3rd and 2 here. We'll see if the Mustangs can get the football back once again.
2 in the backfield. In the gun, they'll move 1 into motion. Handoff. 1st down. And that is McLongfellow. No, that's actually Tigner who gets the rush forward. He's got the 1st down for Milwaukee. They move the chains.
Yeah, both McLongfellow and Tigner, it's been tough sledding out there, but they've been trying their absolute best, making moves where they can to get extra yardage. This time actually pays off as they're able to get just past the sticks there before getting wrapped up by the hips.
Good work from Milwaukee to move those chains. They're going to kill some more time off this clock. 7:03 in this 3rd quarter in a tie ball game. Wiseman. Pressure, throws left side, and the comeback route is golden. That's a 1st down and then some for a real good play along the left sideline. Churchill makes it 1st and 10.
Yeah, and great job by Wiseman to get enough on that football as he's getting hit to get it to Churchill in one-on-one coverage.
Pitch play. Problems. Flag. Wow. Is it another face mask? 3rd one of the day on the Mustangs, and it is 1st and 10 as they add on 15 yards.
Algernon Moore, the guilty party there, and again, we've seen it happen a couple times for both teams. Great play, but you end up getting your hand up too high. You know it's not supposed to be there, and referee sees it right away. An easy 15 yards and an easy first down for the Stags.
3 to the left, going to the outside. That's caught and couldn't quite turn the corner on it. They do get a few, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and good closing speed towards that far sideline by Beasley, able to knock him out of bounds. 3rd tackle of the evening for him.
I formation, again, now 3 to the right. Doing this, and that is nearly intercepted, probably should have been. Wow, an error, an erroneous throw from Wiseman, and he lives to tell about it. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Marcus Thomas, the linebacker, coming up to play the flat, and Wiseman throws the football just as he's coming down, able to get a mid up there to knock it down. 3rd down.
Looking to throw again, right side, got to have it. Tries to turn the corner, can't do it. And decision time here for Milwaukee. This is a spot you might consider going for in this situation, but I think they will probably try to pin this Mustangs deep.
Yeah, I would say the same thing just based off of what we've seen from both of these teams, but good one-on-one tackle there from Tacoy Clayton. 4th tackle of the game, and that's exactly what you want to see from your safety coming up and playing the running back coming out of the backfield.
So here we go. This is a long field goal attempt they're going to try instead, and that is going to be well short. Not going to happen there, and it gives the Mustangs the ball with good field position. That was way too long for Reed.
Yeah, and we saw a long field goal attempt from Motor City, that one to kind of close the half out, so it's a little bit more understanding. Milwaukee, you know, you got to understand where you're at on the football field, and that comes from coaching, and that one right there just missed the mark. Could have easily, like you said, Curtis, pin him back deep, give him the whole field to work with to try and hit the end zone. Now you got decent field position.
Yeah, so Mustangs have a chance to do something with it. They have the ball and another chance to take the lead. And the handoff's going to go a real nice direction for the Mustangs. They'll have a first down and more past midfield to the 44 or 45-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen them run that play a couple different times. Hawkins actually able to find some blocking and cut it upfield there. Good initial first down play for the Mustangs. And, man, seems like we've been knotted up at 10 for an eternity here, right?
Seems like it. I would agree with that. Tries a juke move into a couple different, well, 4 different members of the Stags there. So you couldn't get past that grouping, but another good opportunity for the Mustangs. See what they can do with it. Dollar looks like the formation for the Stags. Puts this over the middle. That is incomplete. Not sure who he was looking for there, but he found green grass instead. It is 2nd down.
Yeah, I think he was looking for King Richard coming across. It was just bad timing there from Jack Brown and just threw it a little before Richard was going to get there.
Brown is in the gun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Puts it in the air, right side. That's caught. There's not a lot to it. To the sideline it goes to the 40-yard line. And the Mustangs move the ball. King Richard on the catch.
Yeah, and it had Hawkins coming across on the post route there. Looked like he might have found a hole in the defense. I think Brown missed him.
Brown again, backs it up, throws left side, it's picked off, and there's a lot of room to go. All the way down, he is gone to the house. Milwaukee is going to take the lead with an absolute statement.
And this is a great time to point out here, Curtis, the Stags coming off of a 2-game losing streak. This past loss, they decided to go ahead and boost their corners, including cornerback number 2, Kesnick Ross, right there. They knew they were going up against a team with passing caliber like the Motor City Mustangs. They wanted to go ahead and give their corners a fighting chance, so they gave Ross some extra work in practice this week, and man, oh man, has it paid off. Reservations for 6. Take it back to the crib, young man.
Kesnick Ross with an absolute dagger to the hearts of the Motor City Mustangs on that play alone. Gives the Stags the lead. Extra point is up and good. And how about it? One play is all you need to change the complexion of the entire football game and possibly the season as Milwaukee tries to seal their playoff spot.
And that's the beauty of playoff football, Curtis. We will say it over and over again until we are blue in the face. Up until this point, we're sitting there thinking, okay, Motor City is actually doing some good things offensively. I think they might have a little bit more of the momentum needle. And then Milwaukee said, nope, wrong. Kesnick Ross just takes it all the way back the other way and all of a sudden flips the momentum back into the hands of the Stags.
Zach Young's Milwaukee Stags in a good spot right at the moment. The momentum clearly on their side. And now Motor City has to try to play some catch up. See what they can do, as this will be up in the air shortly. Here we go again. Mustangs must score now. Touchback, back of the end zone.
And if you're Jack Brown, Curtis, you got to flush that last drive. Flush that last throw. Completely forget about it. Get back to the run game. Get back to giving the ball to that guy right there, averaging 6 yards a carry, 67 yards on the ground, especially in a look like this.
This looks like a good possible running formation here. They will on the delay. And a great play defensively. Defensive tackle gets home and takes down the ball carrier. It's only a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, and just unlucky that you managed to have your backup running back checked into that formation. Damon Austin getting his first carry of the game. Not as great running the football as his running back mate.
That is his backup as well. That's Austin one more time, his second rush of the game. That's a first down for the Mustangs.
A little bit of a better job there. Shifty footwork, able to work his way through the defense. Good blocking up front there to get the initial hole, but he's just not the one cut back that Jimmy Lorenzo is. I mean, that's the yin to the yang between Lorenzo and Austin. Austin, a little bit more of a playmaker. He'll go east-west, a little bit more shifty. Lorenzo, one cut and boom.
Yeah, one cut and he's gone if you give him the opportunity. 4-3 look on defense. 1st and 10. That is Lorenzo on the carry, and he's taken down immediately. And I don't even know that he got back to the line of scrimmage. He did not. He loses a yard.
Yeah, Waters able to get in there, his second TFL of the evening. Milwaukee doing a good job in the trenches against the big hefties for Motor City. And we've seen it in the second half, some good adjustments there from the Stags to keep Lorenzo in check.
That is good work. It is a heck of an opportunity here for Motor City to try to get back into this ball game. They need some help. Down a possession right now to the outside, and a huge hit, and it's a fumble on the ground. It's picked up by Milwaukee. I think they're going to have another look at this. I don't even know if that was fully caught, but right now it's Milwaukee's football until they say otherwise.
Yeah, James Walters was the guy there on the screen. First of all, not a great throw there by Jack Brown, but Walters appears to come down with it, and I believe his back hit the turf before the ball comes out. This would be a better look.
Oh, yeah. That ball was moving, though.
Well,
yeah, but you got to remember,
Curtis.
If he didn't complete the process of the catch, he comes down with it. But if he didn't secure the football as he was coming down, as he was hitting his back on the turf, is that a turnover?
A bit of a bang play. It really is. You know, and it doesn't look like we're going to get a look at it.
No, it looks like this is going to stand. That is a wild sequence, and Milwaukee is the benefit of that, or has the benefit of that, as that is a run forward. So it goes down as a turnover on James Walters, and second drive in a row with a turnover for Motor City.
Yeah, a tough call, could go either way, and like you said, just back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back drives. That's a backbreaker.
It really is. That's going to be up the middle for McLongfellow, and he has it 3rd and 6 coming up for Milwaukee. And if you're Milwaukee, you really have to put the dagger home here. You're able to get a touchdown here, then you will basically bleed out the rest of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Looking to throw it. Chance over the middle, caught to the 10-yard line, down to the 8, and that'll put them 1st and goal. Milwaukee's moving the football.
Yeah, DeJuan Wright once again getting free in coverage. 3rd catch, over 50 yards on the night. You see him there. You're not going to see a Mustang until he's caught the ball and ready to turn upfield. His easy decision there for Wiseman to go ahead and find Wright inside the 10 to set up a goal-to-go situation.
They have a chance to make it happen. Jack Brown on the sideline lamenting that drive and the drive before that. Running into a brick wall here in Milwaukee. Handoff through the middle, trying to get home, gets down to the 6-yard line, and they'll say the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
And there's nothing wrong with running the football in this situation. You're already up by 7. You're probably going to go up 2 possessions regardless of if it's a field goal or a touchdown. Go ahead and chew up as much clock as you can.
In the gun, and that's it for the third quarter of play. Milwaukee's knocking on the door, trying to make this a 2-touchdown ball game. No, well, Motor City is in a bit of trouble. 17-10 at the moment. Milwaukee up on Motor City. It's the UFL on VFN. Chris Kernis and Eric Vincent with you in the booth. Milwaukee trying to punch it in. 2nd and goal. Hand off again through the middle and into the end zone. That's a touchdown. It's McLongfellow on the run forward. He has it, and it is a 2-possession lead for Milwaukee.
Oh, that was ice cold by McLongfellow. His toe hits the goal line. He avoids that initial contact at the line, and he stretches that football out, says, yeah, buddy, that's a score. We're up 2 tutties now. Come and get us.
Tough way to go for the Mustangs as the Stags get closer and closer to getting that playoff spot secured. 24-10. Now Motor City, with just the 4th quarter in front of them, needs something to go right.
Yeah, now there is a sense of urgency. Now you got to go ahead and start making those plays. You know, you put yourself really in a bad situation. I put that on Jack Brown. It was not a great throw on that bubble screen there. And, you know, Walters tried to do as much as he could with it. Ended up being a turnover. Back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back possessions. And now you're in a 2-touchdown hole with only 1 quarter to play. Now's the time to buck up or shut up.
Yep, and I mean that's what teams do. That's what teams do when they try too, I guess, maybe too hard. But Motor City just may not have it if they're having mistakes happen like that in the most crucial of games. Essentially, this being a playoff game for both these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And Milwaukee wins. They'll shift into the 8 seed. That'll move Tennessee up to the 7 seed. If Motor City is able to mount a comeback here, they will get the 7 seed, possibly up into the 4th seed. We'll have to see what goes on with that.
Throws right side, caught, turn, and burn, trying to get to the first down marker. It'll be a 9-yard catch for Motor City as they have another opportunity. That is a catch by Kirkwood.
And Adam Wiseman has the right mentality. Game is not even close to being over. Need to stop here.
Throw for Brown. Caught. No, incomplete. Couldn't quite hold on to it. The hit was right there. That was nearly picked up off the corpse of the receiver.
Oh, that was a scary play there. It looked very similar to that bubble screen that we saw where the ball was just in limbo.
3rd and 1. Jack Brown needs to find it. Right side, and he overthrew his target. 3 and out, and decision time here for Motor City. They're trying to keep Brown saying, hey, keep me on the field. I don't know if he's going to get that chance.
No, I don't think he's going to get that opportunity here at this point in the 4th quarter. They're going to go ahead and try and trust their defense, but man, Jack Brown has just flipped complete 180. Calm, cool, and collected the majority of the ball game. In these past 3 possessions, he has been rattled.
That has been defensive adjustments, I think, through the halftime period for both these teams, as Milwaukee seems to have defensively adjusted to what Jack Brown was trying to do to them. It's Trimble who gets the punt off, and he puts it into the end zone. So Milwaukee will have the football with a chance, I think, Eric, to really put this game on ice.
Yeah, a long, methodical drive, preferably with points capped off at the end, would probably do it.
Yep. Looking for one of them soul-sucking drives. Left side, it's caught but out of bounds. I don't think they're going to give them that catch 2nd and 10.
No, not unless you go ahead and widen them out to Canadian Football League standards, but we're still a little south of the border for that.
3 to the right, 1 to the left for Milwaukee. Chance for Wiseman. Pressure not coming yet. Right side, that's caught. Found a seam and found the receiver in the pocket between 2 coverage members. That is a catch and a first down and then some for Wright.
Look, that takes some cojones. Okay, Dallas Wright needs to hold on to this football. He knows the safety is closing in on him. He knows he's going to get hit. Clayton, sure enough, lays a big hit, but Dallas Wright able to hold on through contact. Huge play there for the Stags.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
In the gun, Milwaukee at the 50-yard line for the 4th time today. Wiseman has the catch over the middle to the 30. That's a 20-yard play just over the middle, and it's Dallas right again.
And he's almost to the century mark. 6 catches tonight, 90 yards. And why wouldn't you throw it this guy's way? I mean, he just holds on to everything that is thrown to him. It doesn't matter where he is on the field. Doesn't matter who's breathing down his neck. He just brings it in. Old school type of tight end. No gloves, just wristbands. And a great catch once again.
30 base.
3 to the right, 2 to the left, 5 wide for Milwaukee. First time we've seen them go 5 wide today. Wiseman caught. Comeback route is a good one down to the 13-yard line, and it is going to set them up in the red zone, 1st and 10.
And finds Reggie Parrish for only the 2nd time tonight. He had his first catch earlier in the first half, but able to make himself free. And Motor City really struggling in pass defense. We thought we would see them really excel when it comes to the passing attack on defense. They were ranked top 5 in yards averaged over the course of the season, but tonight Milwaukee just able to really turn it on here in the second half in particular.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
1st and 10.
Go.
Milwaukee really trying to put this game away and put the immense pressure on Motor City. That's a run up the middle. McLongfellow is going to force, actually Tigner's going to force his way forward and get a few yards on it. That is going to create a 2nd and 5.
And I like what Milwaukee's doing. They're running their offense. They're taking what the defense is giving them. Now that they're in, short yardage situations here, close to the end zone, go ahead and run the football and chew some clock.
There's another delayed handoff, and that'll get close to the 1st down marker for McLongfellow. Didn't quite get there. 3rd and 1. They can still get a 1st down before making it goal to go. Motor City has a chance to hold them to 3 if they can keep everything in front of them. Wiseman is in the gun. Looks to throw this. Probably looking end zone. Found it, and that is caught. That's a touchdown for Milwaukee, and they're starting to run away.
Wow, what a second half here for the Stags as Churchill gets himself on the board. It was man coverage across here for the Mustangs, and that's best on best right there. That's Douglas in coverage there on Churchill, and man, MC just gets the better of him.
A wild second half. This is up and it is through, making it 31-10. How fast did this game flip? When you go, we were 10-10 going into the halftime break, and it has been all Stags all the time since we came out from the locker room at the start of the second half.
And that's what good defense can give you, Curtis, especially in these type of scenarios where it's hey, you win one ball game and you're in the playoffs to go ahead and keep playing for a championship. And man, Milwaukee's defense has responded here in the second half. I'm immensely impressed with how they have turned the football over. And then conversely, their offense has gotten points off turnovers. 21 unanswered here in the second half.
Yeah, that's been very, very good. The defense and offense have played really well in unison for the Stags so far. Motor City needs a bit of a prayer right now, and they need to quit turning the ball over, I think is objective number 1. But a downfield drive that is pretty efficient is going to be on their tops of their wish list right now. Jack Brown, 12 for 21. That needs to be better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I touched on it. Those past 3 drives that we've seen here in the second half really has not looked himself.
That's going to be a throw to the 30-yard line. It's caught. And that'll at least get them moving in the right direction. 5-yard gain.
And it's a good start, but down 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns in particular. You got to go.
No huddle. See if they can make something of it. Brown backs up. Time, throws right side, sideline, and caught at the 46-yard line. That's a bomb, and it's Ace Fennick's first catch of the day, 1st and 10.
Yeah, he's been very, very quiet, but you see how wide open he is, and Brown just delivers it on a rope. Cruz able to close in just at the right time, and honestly, lesser men with that hit, they would have dropped that football.
And it is going to be a challenge. This is a challenge from Milwaukee, trying to see if maybe he did not get 2 feet in. I think he had it. See where the possession is. There's 2 feet right there on the ground. I think that should be a catch, I would believe.
Yeah, it looks like a catch to me as well.
See if indeed that's what they call it. And they do. They keep it where it is. 46-yard line. Still 31-10, but that's at least something to move forward with. First down and 10 for Motor City.
And I don't mind the challenge there by Milwaukee either. Go ahead and just put the nail in the coffin if you can. See if the referees make a mistake and side with you. Not to be, and you lose a timeout, which is really not all that important in the grand scheme of things right now, being up 21.
Yeah, not unless Motor City can really mount a comeback here. Brown backs up, throws. That's caught, and that will be a 9-yard completion. Make it 2nd and 1. What that does also, taking that challenge, is really kind of cools down the momentum that Motor City was starting to build. They start moving downfield, a couple of nice plays in a row, and then they have to stop and wait for the referee to make a decision. Throw, that's a hold, I believe. It's a catch, but I think it's coming back down to the 11-yard line, and it is indeed. Motor City shoots himself in the foot one more time.
Yeah, and we saw it a little bit from both of these teams in the first half. We're continuing to see self-inflicted wounds from the Mustangs.
Gotta get it downfield. Catch and turn. Run, first down, and more. They'll move the chains down to the 32.
Yeah, Richard with the catch there. He's been quiet up until this point also. And, man, just Motor City just having to go. No huddle here. Just keep the foot on the gas and keep the passing game going.
Got to keep going. Brown left side, and it's picked off. You saw it as soon as he threw it. I'm like, there's no way he hits the inside of that. And that is a turnover again. 4 straight drives with a turnover for Motor City.
Yep, Poppy Cole's one-on-one coverage there. Ran the route better than the receiver, and you're absolutely right, Curtis. You saw this coming a mile away. I mean, there was really no chance on the planet Earth that this was going to go to the white and blue on that play, and great job by Coles holding through and getting the 2nd interception off of Jack Brown tonight.
Now Milwaukee has a chore to do, and that is to chew this clock up and end this football game. They have enough points to win. They've done well enough in the second half to really put a foothold in this game. Now we should see McLongfellow with a couple of rushes, maybe Tigner as well. That'll be a rush for McLongfellow that'll get them a couple, and it'll be 2nd and 6.
And Curtis, both of these teams playing for a playoff spot, but they are 2 of the most improved teams in the UFL prior to our broadcasting days here with this inaugural season. And I believe that Cameron Irvine is going to have a list of those most improved teams this season from pre-UFL.
Okay. Is he giving us that? I missed that. Is he giving us that soon, today, tomorrow?
Cameron Irvine, when you giving that to us?
It'll be a handoff right side. I don't think he was ready for that at all. 3 yards is all he can get. It's 4th down, and Milwaukee will punt it away.
Well, he's ready now, Curtis. Should we bring him in now?
Okay, we should. Yes, Cameron, go ahead and take it away.
Am I going to show up for the games on Friday? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm going to be there or not. Motor City, look, the second half has collapsed for the Mustangs, but they were 5-11 last season, one of the most improved teams in the league. And what's interesting about this is, the UFL existed 27 seasons before we did, essentially, and before users did and players did, improving these teams. And there's a lot of teams that have benefited from having players on their squad. Milwaukee was 6-10 last season. Looks like they're going to the playoffs this season. Out west, it's even more dramatic. San Diego finished 9-7 last season. They're the 2nd best record in the UFL this season. San Jose was 4-11-1, and they're 8-8. They came up just short of the playoffs, but still, a big improvement. Vegas was 5-11 last season. They finished 10-6. This season, they're going to make the playoffs as Walters is close to a first down. And then you've got Phoenix 5-11 last season. They were 8-8. This season made the playoffs. And Austin goes from 3-13 the worst record in the UFL to winning the Southwest Division and making the playoffs. So lots of teams, and you recognize those teams, guys, as teams that we've seen on Primetime a lot, teams that we've seen active, in the league a lot. It does make a difference, and even though it looks like Motor City's going to come up a little bit short tonight, some big improvements for this Mustangs team, and can't wait to see how they bounce back. By the way, one last note, Milwaukee looks like they're going to clinch. They do not have a single win this season against, good ball. Oh, he dropped it. They do not have a single win this season, guys, against a playoff opponent. It's going to be a tough 8-1 matchup, whether they get Dallas or Miami in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, they're not just a team happy to be here, though, I think is the story. I think they're going to try to upset, alert basically anybody they play, as they well should, for getting there. But you're right. A lot of reasons to move forward with hopeful thoughts from Motor City, as they, like you said, they may come up short tonight, but a good season nonetheless for them as compared to previous. So it'll be 4th and inches. They will go for this. This will be a handoff, and Lorenzo has a lot of room. Juke move left and puts someone in his dust, and he gets to, guess what, the 50-yard line. This is the 5th time today we've been at the 50-yard line on the logo.
All right, folks, you heard him. Go play the Powerball. Make sure to mark number 50 on that ticket,
Yep,
okay?
Definitely. That should be on your bingo card, on your Yugo card for sure. That'll be a slant and run as it's caught, and 9.5, almost 10 yards, but not quite enough to the first down.
And going back to what Cam kind of produced for us there with the most improved teams, I think that's so important in this league. Just really emphasizing just showing up, being active, being proud of your team, and being excited to be here, being excited for this league and your team and your players. There's so much more to come with this league. It is going to be so exciting to see the playoffs as they come around the corner here next week.
And most exciting time of the year, playoff time. There's a lot of fun left to be had in the UFL in 2025. No doubt about that. As we have a lot of games left to produce and a lot of games left to give you, the fans. 1st and 10, Motor City trying to get something on the board. Give them something to look forward to. It's Lorenzo, rushes through the middle, moves left, moves back forward, and gets to the left hash at the 10-yard line. It is 2nd and 3. 3rd and 3.
Yeah,
2nd and 3.
And just a little too late here for the Mustangs. You know, if they had this before the turnover bug bit them, it would have been a much closer game here, but trying to make it respectable towards the end.
Throw left side. That one is incomplete. Nothing doing. And it is 3rd and 3 coming up.
And really, that's what we've seen here in the second half, as Milwaukee has tightened up the mistakes, have not seen a whole lot of self-inflicted wounds. We've seen a whole lot of self-inflicted wounds, various instances of that for the Mustangs.
Backs up, looks, throws, nearly intercepted again, and he would still be running. Man, oh man.
Oh, and that's Poppy Coles. He already got one. He was looking for the pick 6 on that one. Kesnick Ross ended up getting the pick 6 before. But, man, he made a good jump on that one, read it well, and just ended up batting it away.
Couldn't quite complete it. 4th and 3. They're going for this. Motor City trying to cap off this drive. Brown in trouble, taken down, and that puts an exclamation point on a great defensive effort from Milwaukee.
Yeah, great job by the Stags defense here in the second half in particular. Really shut down the rushing attack, made the Mustangs a one-dimensional team, started getting them bit by the turnover bug, and then that's, like you said, just the icing on the cake there. Carnes with his 2nd sack of the evening, and Milwaukee going to be able to ice this one at home, much to the pleasure of the Milwaukee faithful here in the stadium tonight.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and a lot of fans in those seats looking at their team who was able to get the job done at home and secure a spot for the UFL championship. 1st and 10. It's a run, trying to kill some time. McLongfellow brings it forward, 3:13 left on the clock.
And really, those have been, and we talked about it, Curtis, that's really been the difference here in the second half. Milwaukee, they've tightened up. They've made less mistakes than the Mustangs have. And the Mustangs just creating a whole bunch of self-inflicted wounds between turnovers, penalties, what have you.
Yeah, 2 different face mask penalties. They had countless holding penalties. And then they had that pre-snap penalty that really put them back in their own end zone for that punt. Their punter saved them on that particular series, but
absolutely.
Still. 3rd and 4. Coming up, 2 to the right, 1 in the backfield. Milwaukee looking for a first down. Through the middle, got the first down. Just enough for Mick Longfellow. He will move the chains, and that is the 2-minute warning. 31-10, Milwaukee going to seal a playoff spot with their name on it as they have a 21-point lead on Motor City. Chris Curtis, Eric Vinson, been with you all night long and with you for the last 2 minutes of this one. Handoff, right side, and that will get forward for 4 yards, I believe, and that'll put it to a 2nd and 6 coming up.
Hard to believe, Curtis, that this was a 10-10 ball game at the half.
Yeah.
And then Milwaukee just poured it on, 21 unanswered here in the second half.
Heavy set look formation for Milwaukee. Another run to kill some time. And a run to the outside towards the sideline. And taken out of bounds, I believe. Yes, he was indeed 1st and 10, though, for Milwaukee. Another long one.
So now with Milwaukee clinching this one and clinching their playoff spot, they will go ahead and move into the 8th seed, which will push Tennessee up to the 7th seed, and that means that Cincinnati will go ahead and clinch the Great Lakes Division and the number 4 seed, which means they will face off against St. Louis, the 5 seed.
That should be a really fun matchup as well. We actually saw that this season, I do believe, Cincinnati and St. Louis, as that'll be 2nd and 10. Last week of the regular season concludes Friday night here on the Virtual Football Network, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern with 3 more game night matchups. El Paso visits Austin. Denver travels to Albuquerque, and Florida faces off with rival Miami. That will be followed by UFL Primetime featuring Tennessee taking on Dallas. That's Friday night starting at 7. The UFL lives here on VFN. So nice concluding night of the UFL regular season in just a few nights' time. And here comes the cheers for Milwaukee as they're able to put this game to bed. Nice sack there on the very end of that play.
Yep, and Milwaukee, they're just going to go ahead and run one more play here.
Yep.
Get out of here with their playoff berth.
And that'll do it. Handoff through the right side, easily tackled, easily done. The game is over. Milwaukee comes through. They get the playoff spot, and they send Motor City, the Mustangs, back to Detroit with their tails between their legs. Great game for Milwaukee. Great second half, more like, as really that was the difference.
Yeah, the second half was the difference here tonight. As I mentioned, Milwaukee scoring 21 unanswered points after going into the half, knotted up at 10 with Motor City. Both these teams have a lot to be proud of. Milwaukee, obviously, going to feel a little bit prouder, hold their head a little bit higher as they move into the UFL playoffs here in the inaugural 2025 season. But Motor City, they put up a heck of a fight. They just ran out of gas there towards the end.
A lot of fun all the way through, and just one more UFL game night and primetime matchup to go in just 3 days' time, and then it's playoff time. Milwaukee takes care of Motor City. To take a look at the stats there, and that, I believe, is going to do it. For Eric Vincent, for Cameron Irvine, everyone here at UFL HQ, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from Milwaukee. We will see you guys on Friday for one more ride in the UFL's inaugural regular season.